Today I'm going to explain to you why you should buy an electric car in 2020 or 2021. So, why should you buy an electric car? An electric car is a lot of stuff that's better than diesel or gasoline cars, petrol cars. But there seems to be an exclusive car or something that's more expensive, right? And I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't necessarily think of an electric car like that. There's reasons why they are that price, and actually by getting more of those cars, the prices will definitely lower and decrease for everyone. So you'll basically be doing someone else a favor by buying it earlier, right? Well, the first reason that I'm actually going to explain to you guys is, okay, why should you buy an electric car right now? Why is it so important that you do it in a short amount of time? Well, that's because a lot of countries, or especially European countries, they will subsidize. So they will actually give you money to buy an electric car. They will take like a portion of the cost for them. So the government will actually pay you to buy a car. Kind of, not really paying you. They'll be saving you money, basically. And how does that work? Well, for example, Netherlands have this thing where they will pay 4,000 euros if you buy a new electric car, and if you buy an occasion, or a second-hand electric car, they will pay 2,000 euros, right? There's another point. Like, you know, people kind of complain that, okay, their battery life is going to go backwards, right? The battery life is going to become worse, and you don't have that with a diesel or a petrol car or gasoline, whatever you want to call it. That's true, but it's a little bit more complicated than that, because it simply means that you're gonna have to use your warranty at some point, right? Because an electric car most of the time has a warranty of like a few years, which means, of course, your battery is not gonna be like total ass out of nowhere. It's not gonna be bad out of nowhere. It's not gonna break out of nowhere. You're gonna have a warranty for that if it breaks. And the thing with that kind of is, you know, even if after 8 years your warranty has gone away, for example with Tesla, they have an 8-year warranty, right? So even after 8 years, if your warranty has gone away, it's not that bad, because you need maintenance. Okay, you're gonna have to pay for maintenance after 8 years. That's 8 years without maintenance. That's not too shabby, is it? What a lot of people tend to forget is that with diesel and gasoline cars or petrol cars, if you drive them, they're not gonna be without maintenance in 8 years. You're gonna have maintenance. If you're very, very lucky, you might have a chance of not having to do any maintenance on it in that amount of time. But like I'm talking about major maintenance, right? Not just small changing the oil, that sort of stuff. That you also need to pay for, by the way. But you're not gonna have to do any major maintenance on an electric car for 8 years, and you will probably have to do that on a diesel or gasoline car. So why? Another point, right? So actually we get to another point why you should buy an electric car. You're not going to have any maintenance. So first, the whole battery argument, that's just redonkulous, right? But you're not going to have any maintenance on your electric car for a long time. You're not going to have any issues with that, because electric car, it doesn't have many moving parts. It has those electric motors, and that's like, you might have multiple motors in your car, multiple electric motors in the front and the back. The new Cybertruck will have triple motors. Don't know how that's going to work exactly, of course. That's Tesla's stuff, but they have not that many moving parts compared to a gasoline car. There's not the whole combustion engine that has many moving parts in it. You don't have that, so that means it's not as prone for stuff breaking, for parts breaking. Basically, the only thing can break is, well, those motors can break, of course. Very unlikely. Those are like probably the least likely to break on your car. They are very durable in general, unless you buy a very bad electric car. You also have those out there. You always have those with diesels and gasoline cars. But the chances of anything major breaking on your electric car is quite slim. And now we come to another point, right? So these days, more and more electric cars are going to become more software-based. Not software-based, they're going to be more reliant on software. So as an example, I'll take Tesla, which is kind of the pioneer in that field, I'd say. They have very good software, very good software, and very regular updates. what they kind of are doing is they're making the whole argument of your car will decrease in value, they're making it more and more invalid, because with their autopilot, etc., that software is increasing in price, meaning your car is kind of increasing in value software-wise, but it's decreasing like hardware-wise, you could say. It's decreasing in parts-wise a little bit, of course, because technology, you know, it will always happen, but software-wise, it's gonna keep up and up and up and up in value, the software. So that means it kind of will balance out. Your car won't really decrease that much in price, and that's what you're seeing with Teslas a lot. Like even all the models of Teslas, there, if you see them on the second-hand market, which is not very common. Teslas don't really tend to get sold second-hand because people tend to stick onto them, or they're gonna get sold through Tesla themselves. But Teslas, even older Teslas, will have a very high price. So what does that mean? That means that you won't really feel like your car is aging. Because of the software updates that's improving the car so much, because it's so much software based, it means that the car will improve over time. That's why the value is improving over time. So that's another very good plus why you should buy an electric car right now. Another reason why you should buy an electric car right now is because, you know, all the subsidizing and all that stuff I was talking about that governments are doing. Well, a lot of those governments in the EU or other countries, even China is doing it at this point. They won't have that forever. You know, more and more people over time are going to buy electric cars. That's just how it is going to be. As soon as there are more people actually going into electric cars, your government is going to say, okay, we're cutting this off, because people are buying them already. So we don't need to be doing it anymore because people just want to have an electric car these days. In Europe, big chance you're going to have the government is going to subsidize it. But if you wait, a big chance that they won't subsidize anymore. For example, Netherlands is going to plan on subsidizing cars for the next 3-4 years. After that, they're going to quit doing it, most likely. I'd say the last good reason to buy an electric car is simply the reach. Because you know that electric cars actually are starting to get bigger, like a larger reach than gasoline cars or diesel cars. So there are actually the new Tesla Cybertruck is going to have a reach of 500 plus miles, which is nuts. That's like, I think it's like 700 kilometers. That's insane. There's almost no gasoline car that can make that, or diesel car that can make that. You know, okay, of course you have to charge, but there are so many Tesla superchargers or other chargers around these days that charging is not really that big of an option. Just stop once in a while, charge up, and you'll be fine. And you can charge at home, of course. So you're not going to drive, and even then, you're not going to drive 800 kilometers in one day. You're just not going to do that. Well, small chance you will, but if you do that, you're going to be very tired at the end. But I understand for people that there are some business people that tend to drive for a very long amount of time, right? And for them, it's going to be more of a complication. But again, Tesla chargers, for at least Tesla chargers, are everywhere. All the superchargers are everywhere. It's just, there's so many electric chargers these days. Just look at the maps of the apps that are out there right now. Even on the Tesla website, you can check their map. There's so many chargers. Tesla has thousands of superchargers, which Tesla is a very good option. In my opinion, if I would buy a car right now that's electric, I would buy a Tesla Model 3 or plan on buying a Cybertruck next year. Because those two cars are the cheapest that they have, and they're also, even though they're the cheapest, they're the most modern cars that they have. And the most advanced cars, technology-wise. If you don't want to buy an electric car, at some point, it's just going to become a problem. You know, there's too many people that want to buy cars at some point. There's going to be too many people, and if everyone's going to buy a diesel or gasoline car, the environment is going to go backwards fast. It's already going backwards fast. It's still, even though people are taking all these precautions, countries are trying to step up and fix it. It's going not that well at the moment. If we'd only make traffic fully electric, that would make such a change. There's a big argument that not everyone can have an electric car. Okay, yeah, I get that. You know, not everyone can buy an electric car. There's just simply not enough lithium in the world. But if right now, as many people as possible get an electric car, that means all those companies that want to progress in technology-wise, want to progress technology-wise, they're gonna have funding. They're gonna have money to actually do that. And at some point we might get to hydrogen cars, you know, all that kind of crazy stuff. And that is the actual future. I believe strongly that that's those kind of cars, maybe not hydrogen, but those current technologies that is being worked on beyond just electric cars. I believe that's the future. Because with those cars, we can have infinite fuel. Infinite. We could even get fuel from space at that point. Doesn't that sound pretty sick? Right? Maybe we'll have cars that drive on Mars. They might need hydrogen. Right? And we can get that in space. So I'd say, just buy an electric car already. Just do it. Just put your money on the side. Just get that money, put it on the side, and start saving up for it and buy an electric car. Because it might be a little bit more costly right now, but it's gonna save you so much money and hassle in the future. And it's gonna, as soon as you have the electric car, you're gonna be happy that you bought it. I hope you learned a lot from this video. It's not something that I do regularly, but I like doing it. I like to get this off my chest because it just frustrates me that still a lot of people are against electric cars or hydrogen cars and all that stuff. They're just like, oh yeah, man, I need my diesel or my gasoline car, my petrol car. I just need that right now, you know. I just don't. We need to advance, you know. We need to advance technology-wise. We need to advance as humanity. We need to progress. We can't stay on one kind of car forever. We already know that. We need to just stand up, get ready, prepare ourselves, and start moving on to the future. And I believe electric cars is the first step to do that in a big way. But without further ado, I'm gonna end the video now, and I really hope that you guys liked it. Feel free to subscribe, turn on notifications if you want. I might do some more updates on why certain cars that you should buy that are right now a very good option, or cars that you should pre-order that are very good options. Of course you can like or dislike, whatever. Just give your feedback on it. I'm not a regular YouTuber, I don't tend to do this, but I just want to get this off my chest. And I hope you guys have a good one and enjoy your day. Bye bye.